Hello everyone, in this video here I would like to make a video response to a message I received this morning. Since I have some more time, I'll go ahead and make this response. Okay, I'll read as usual, I'll read the question and then I'll answer. Alright, so this message is from Kendruff. I believe that's how you say his name, Kendruff. Okay, studying languages at work. Okay, so let's say okay, let's start off. He said, I love this channel, it's very inspiring. I just have a quick question to ask you. Ask if you have any spare moments to send a reply. My job is data entry, and as such I get to listen to books, CDs, etc. I want to incorporate language learning into my day, and not certain the best way to go about it. The various language tapes always have grave warnings on them. Only one lesson a day, and such like. I'm not a fan of podcast learning of languages, and I'm not certain about jumping into native reading of books. If I don't understand what I'm listening to, I tend to blank out. And how would you meld that time you study at work with your home studies? Okay, first of all, if you're from my understanding, okay, the data entry, this is your job. I think you guys will be on normally have access to a computer at work. If I'm not mistaken, uh, that's perfect. If you have access to a computer and you have free time, you can just pretty much go to those chat rooms and use, the stuff you've learned at home. Let's say for example, like you start from lesson 1 at home, you listen to the dialogue, learn all the grammar, whatnot in that chapter, and you get in the battlefield with it. Basically, what you could do is you could take that to work, and since you have access to a computer, you can just go to a chat room and utilize that stuff in the chat room. I mean, that's like perfect if you have access to a computer. You can continue to listen to your books and whatnot, but what you should do is you should study this stuff before you go to work. Let's say go home, spend a couple hours on the chapter, um, make up some exercises, practice those, and then when you go to work, you can use your free time there to go to the battlefield, since you have access to a computer. Now, I don't know how diverse your job is, but if you have, let's say if you learn in Spanish, if you have any native Spanish speakers at your job, that's like the perfect opportunity. Like that's even better than going to a chat room, because they're there face to face. You get to practice with them. So um, if you have any native speakers of the language you're studying at your job, I would definitely try to you know make friends with them and talk to them often, because that's like the perfect opportunity. I remember I remember a few years back, I used to work at a place at a gas station, and that's customer service. People come in there all the time. It was very diverse, and I would prepare, like for example, let's say Russian. I knew Russians would come up to the gas station every day, so it only made sense to prepare the stuff at home, and then when I came, then when it was time to go to work, I could use that stuff in the actual, real life situation. So I would prepare the stuff at home, and then when I come to work, use the stuff at work. And since they were coming up there every day, I was able to use everything, I've learned, put everything together. So yeah, if you have native speakers of that language at your job, definitely take advantage of that. If not, then if you have access to a computer, then just go ahead and go to the chat rooms and use the stuff you practice at home. I mean, that's a very good strategy to do that. So yeah. Other than that, let's see here. I'm not really a fan myself. I'm not really a fan of the podcast. I think I tried out podcasts before for Chinese, Japanese, just to see how it was, and it was pretty good. I like the how they had the dialogue set up, and they explained things. It was pretty good. But I don't normally learn the language that way, but from my experience, I thought it was pretty good. So let's see here. One lesson a day. Yeah, so I mean, if you don't have time to do actually that only one lesson a day, um, there's a way around that. There's a way to get 2 lessons in a day, and I plan to make a video on that, show you guys how you can get 2 lessons in a day. So I mean, it's pretty simple, but yeah, other than that, that's it. If if you have access to a computer at work, just go ahead and prepare stuff at home. And then once you go to work, use the stuff, go to the chat room and use that. If you have native speakers at your job, practice stuff with them. So even if you have a job and you learn the languages, there's ways around, you know, that, oh, I'm too busy at work. There's ways around that stuff. You just have to, just find it. If you busy, first thing is try to see if you can find some colleagues or anyone working in the same company who speak that language you're learning. So if you're able to find those native speakers there, that would be great. That'd be great. So I hope that answers your question. Hope I'm not forgetting anything. But yeah, that's my advice, and hopefully that will work for you. If you have any more questions, just let me know. For those of you who have other suggestions, go ahead and post a video response, and I'll be happy to accept that. And thanks for viewing the video, and I'll talk to you guys soon.